Hello everyone and welcome for another episode of StarCraft 2 Beginner Guide. This is the third and the final episode of this series, and what we are going to be doing in this one is that we are going to play a live game and try to give commentary to it and explain what we are doing in the game actually, between scouting and economy management and the army management, and we will try our best to do this. Actually, speaking while playing a game is quite hard, but I'll try my best to do it. So as you can see, I didn't play any games since the new season began because I had some tests in the university. But we are going to play an unranked game, and we will try our best to explain what's going on, and if we lose, explain why we lose, and if we win, explain why did I actually win, and try to give you the value of watching replay and analyzing the game after you play it, because personally or on the personal level you can do this as well to improve your gameplay of StarCraft 2 by watching the replays of your own games and finding the weakness points and try to work on these points. So I'm picking Protoss for the time. I love playing Protoss. It's a very fun race, and especially if I'm playing against Zerg. I love playing Protoss versus Zerg. So first thing is going to be BVZ on Ascension to IR. It's a pretty good map for walling off your natural and eventually getting a third base, but your third base is a little bit exposed. But we will try our best to cover all things, and let's go. First thing I'm doing is setting up my camera hotkeys, the camera locations, and you can find the settings in the hotkeys menu bar. And second thing is that we are going to build a pylon and send out this probe for scouting. So next thing we're going to need is actually a gateway, and for this I'm sending out this probe to build the gateway on the low ground to create our beautiful wall. And I think I got lucky with this wall here. So we are going to build an assimilator, and we are going to keep producing probes until we have 19 supply. So he's going for an expansion. That's a very good news for us, and I expect he's going to be following this up with the spawning pool as well. So we are very safe to continue on with our build. And this probe, I'm going to just keep it right here to check his drone count in the natural, and on 300 minerals I want to send down my probe to the natural so he gets there with 400 minerals and start my nexus on the low ground. So this is pretty straightforward. Next thing we're going to build is the cybernetics core, and we will make it part of the wall as well, and we will continue the probe production now. And we are going to build another assimilator, and next up is another pylon. This probe is going to go in about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to check his drone count in the natural pace to know if he's all-in me or is he playing a normal game. So I'm putting now 3 workers in each assimilator, and I'm going to be building a stalker right away, and I'm going to be going in with my probe now. So this probe should be going through here, and I'll try to count the drone count here. He doesn't have any drones, so I think he's all-inning me in some way. So I need to chrono boost this and immediately start another gateway or 2, because this identifies that he is going for some kind of all-in. And in the Zerg game, if you manage to hold on the initial all-in that he is going to do, so you have won the game basically, because he sacrifices a lot of economy to execute an all-in like this, and you're going to have a very easy day dealing with everything he can throw at you in the mid game. So I'm sending this stalker here so that I prevent this overlord from coming in. And I'm going to build another pylon and eventually get a shield battery here, because I don't want to be caught with any weird things. Because I know that he most likely is going to attack me anytime now. I'm getting my gateways ready to assist my army. I'm going to be getting another shield battery, and eventually get my third and fourth gas. And I want to be starting some stalkers.
I am here in the shadows.
So this is very good. You want to saturate these gases. And he didn't attack yet, so I think we're going to transition soon into another phase.
Glory to the day.
I am here in the shadows.
So I'm keeping this adept in the wall and this stalker here to prevent drops. And I'm going out to take out my third base now. This is his attack, and it's coming now. So we need to be prepared. Shield batteries are very good. He's trying his very best to, but we have 2 gates unpowered now. That's very bad.
You must construct additional pylons. I am here.
And now we are going to try and micro our best out of this. Shield batteries are keeping us into this game, and soon we are going to be able to hold off this aggression. I'll need to replace my cyber core, and now I think I can fight his army head on, because he's putting a lot of effort into doing this, and I can't drive him back so easily. I'm trying to micro back my stalkers.
You must place that in a power field.
He's trying very hard to break my defenses, but I don't think it's working out the way he wanted.
I am here in the shadows. We are one.
I think that we need to focus on a little bit more of an adept-based army. He's trying his very best to kill me right here and right now, but this is not going on well for him.
I am the voice. We skills. I am here in the shadows.
I have met the enemy.
I serve for now.
And I guess with that we have held on to to this aggression.
The firstborn shall persevere.
And I can get this third base now. So I think this is a very winnable game for me now. Because I'm simply having more economy than him now.
I'm here in the shadows.
And StarCraft is actually very good.
I'm here in the shadows. I'm here in the shadows. I serve for now.
I'll try to split off some adepts to harass his bases and defend with mainly stalkers. I'll get my upgrades going because I can.
Additional pylons. You must construct additional pylons.
Let none.
I am the voice of the.
I have met the enemy.
And I caught his army moving, so this is a very good catch for me.
Yes, Executor.
Base is under attack.
I'm killing a little bit of drones here and there. And I think I have enough army now to eventually overpower him. And I'll get my warp prism across the map so that I can soon end this game.
Upgrade complete.
And I'll make a full wall now
You have not enough.
to be able to attack without any threat of him going back and defending.
You have not enough minerals.
And it's time for us to jump on top of him and start killing his bases. He's putting a lot of
Mineral field depleted.
a lot of effort in doing this, but I don't think this is working the way that he wanted.
Mineral field depleted.
I am the voice. I am the heart of darkness.
Where shall we
I'm going to be harassing his bases with some adepts.
Glory to the Daylom. Najakar Nina. We are of one mind.
I think his army now in the middle of the map
Depleted.
because I don't see it anywhere here.
Poison.
I have my 1-1 now. I'm starting my +2/+2.
The firstborn shall persevere.
You have not enough minerals. You must place that.
Glory to the Daylom. I have met
And oh, I think we have lost this game somehow.
yes, Executor.
So I guess that's GG. So the reason why I lost this game actually is not through resources, because as you can see that I mined more resources than him, but actually because I moved out on the map without my whole army ready to fight, and I think it would have been better if I just sat back and defended his aggression and try to do these small pushes with adepts like I showed you in the game. So we are going to watch the replay and explain when exactly did we lose this game. So he was going for the for a very hard all-in. He was trying his best to kill me with his aggression, but I didn't think it worked out well. Now he is building the Roach Warren, yeah, and the lack of drones here is already identifying that he is all-inning me. So I was getting ready for this by adding more gateways and getting this sentry over here. There is his army coming across the map, and he is making a Ravager push, but I already have 3 warp gates functioning and 2 shield batteries ready to fight. So this was very bad by me to move out like this while he is all-inning, but I misread the situation, and I actually needed a secondary pylon here and there earlier because he will eventually kill these pylons and unpower my gateways, and this is very bad, and you don't want this to happen. And as you can see here he depowered my gateways and I can't produce any units, but still I'm economically speaking I'm very far ahead. As you can see here I have 47 harvesters and he only have 27. So the longer that this goes on, the stronger my army will get, and eventually I will power through him with relative ease. But me moving out like this was sometimes a little bit of a miscalculated move, because as you can see here he run in with the Zerglings, and Zerglings do pretty much counter Stalkers very hard because of their numbers and their attack speed. But as you can see, as soon as I pull back to my shield batteries, it's all safe and sound and nothing's going bad for me. The only mistakes I made is actually moving my army out while I don't need the army to be out on the map. So here I would think like getting a robotics facility with a warp prism and start harassing his bases would make a big difference in this, because he will be going to he's going to be laking money, and I'm going to take away more money from him than what he laked already. So this would have been very good, but instead I was trying to move out in weird places like this and get out of my shield batteries range, and this actually cost me the game, as you can see. So whenever you see the Zerg opponent is all-inning you and you don't know what to do, you just sit back in your pace and make sure that he doesn't get any additional economy and that he's continue all-inning, because the more that this goes on, the more that you will get the more economy you will get, and eventually you will get a bigger army and you will overpower your opponent. You can see here I'm dropping supply a little bit because I did these weird move outs, but as I start harassing his army, he pulls his entire army back, and his entire army was based around the Zerglings, so if I made adepts and stalkers I should be able to power through everything. But this move out here is very bad, because he still has an army. He doesn't have any economy or whatsoever. He has 23 harvesters only, but he has a big army and his army counters my army. So I needed to maybe position my army like here between this between this gas geyser here and this small surface area, but instead I was like here, and he surrounded me with zerglings and eventually killed my entire army with his zerglings. So this was very bad by me. Like being in this location with a stalker based army is very bad. I should have kited these zerglings for days and eventually get the win. So I think that's where I lost this game. You can see here the supply is pretty much in his favor, and yeah, I think the game is pretty much lost here because he killed my entire army and he still has an army in his grasp. So yeah, GG. So I hope this guys gives you an expression of what you will be looking to do after each game you play. You need to look in the replay actually, and look in the resource and look on this score screen, and watch out for things like the average unspent supply. You want to keep this as low as possible, and the time supply capped, you want to keep this as low as possible as well, and watch the score screen. Watching the score screen here, you can definitely tell that I was very far ahead economically, but I lost due to the positioning, the bad positioning of the army, and secondly is misreading my my opponent's economic position. He was very far behind me, and he doesn't have a chance unless I give him this chance by mispositioning my army. So the things I think I should improve in this game is getting my robotics facility a little bit earlier and starting my harassment while defending with shield batteries and gateway units, and this way I think I should have won this game. So I hope this guys helped you out. If you enjoyed watching this video, leave it a like, and if you want to see the upcoming series, make sure to subscribe so you get a notification as soon as I upload more videos. I want to thank you everyone for watching. Have an amazing day and good luck, have fun everyone.